It's Deprogrammed, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. Today's band is Jets to Brazil, and if you've never heard of them, I hadn't either before this week. So we're going on a mission together to Brazil. Oddly enough, let's get on the jet. But Hard Work does indeed work. Hard Work Works fitness app, the app that will help you get into tip-top physical shape, and you don't have to have nothing, man. Right now, it's a 2-week free trial. You download the app. Joe will get in contact with you and find out what kind of equipment you have. If you've got nothing, he will give you body weight workouts and, again, get you in tip-top physical condition. I'm on my way there, Jack. I know that Jenny Zell, she's on her way. Lauren, she's on her way. $10 a month after your 2-week trial is up. If you dig it, if not, cancel and you're done. You know, you keep the workouts that you've already gotten, and it's over. Clean break. But I highly recommend it because Coach Joe, he wants to take care of you. He wants to get you in shape. Hashtag join the hustle. Hard Work Works fitness app. And we're talking about Jets to Brazil, and this literally came out of nowhere because we were going to do the Jawbreaker episode, which was supposed to take place before this one, is now taking place later in the week. I know, time is weird. But I don't, this wasn't even on the list. Chris, you actually just brought them up randomly in the Jawbreaker chat.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I didn't add it to that master list. And actually after that, I shot John a message over Facebook Instant Messenger asking him about Braid, and I didn't add them either. So yeah, no, this is, I mean, it's hard to talk about one without at least acknowledging the other.
Okay, so that's what this is? Like this, they're like brother bands essentially?
Same singer.
Okay. I guess I probably should have put that together.
Hey man, Wikipedia is hard.
Yes, it is. Especially within 4 days I did this. So
yeah.
All right, so talk to me about Jets to Brazil, like on their own, without bringing Jawbreaker into the conversation. What is it about Jets to Brazil? Why did we have to talk about them today?
You want to go first, John?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I'm glad we're finally getting to the emo supergroup part of Deprogrammed because, they were. It's so interesting because at the time people kind of hated them because they weren't Jawbreaker. Like, I liked that first album, but I was in the minority. Like, almost everyone I knew hated them because, you know, it was different. It was like a new sound for them. Like, they've gone soft. Imagine like if Black Flag all of a sudden turned into the Carpenters, you'd be like, what is this? Like, it's just not, it just, in retrospect, it's easy to go back and like, yeah, they were great, like these albums, but at the time they were not universally loved. So it's interesting now that we have hindsight to go back on and just appreciate it for the music without all the scene politics.
So, yeah, Chris, like, do you want to expound on that? Like, so John mentioned they're a super group.
Yeah. So it's is it Jeremy that was in the band Handsome?
Right. He was in a bunch of hardcore bands back in the 90s.
Yeah. And
Handsome
the drummer was
like,
the guy from Texas Is the Reason.
Right. Texas Is the Reason. Handsome was had the guitar player from Helmet, I think. They had kind of a moment, like a major label moment in the mid 90s. And then they added the guitar player from the Van Pelt after the first record. And the Van Pelt's a great band as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's, even possible to start an origin story about how we got into the bands without mentioning Jawbreaker at least. But I know for me, I used to go kind of hunt record stores because I was never ever able to find an actual hard copy of Dear You. And so I'd always go in, and one of the guys that worked at Volume CD Exchange in Virginia Beach was like, well, if you like these guys, have you checked out Jets to Brazil? So I just bought it because, back in the day we couldn't, stream an entire album before deciding if we wanted to drop money on it. But that's just from the first note of the first song through the entire last song. I fell in love with that album. I'd had it on repeat for 4 months, just dissecting it. And then it's also the band that made me realize that acid is really good for music.
See, again, that you were in the minority because when Dear You came out, people hated that as well.
Oh yeah,
it was universally hated. Like I eventually got it on CD in the early 2000s, and now I've gone back and gotten both the original vinyl and the re-release. But yeah, like I think Orange Rhyming Dictionary. I mean, I used to get into arguments with people because I would argue that Orange Rhyming Dictionary is a linear path directly from Dear You. Like I think his songwriting would have, if
Oh yeah.
they had stayed in Jawbreaker, they would have kind of gone in more that direction. I used to get into like almost fist fights with people about about what Blake was doing. Like this was a big deal back in the late 90s.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and the good news is that you were never really in danger of getting in fistfights because anybody that would argue that was obviously too emo to throw hands.
Sure. But no, I think I saw them on their first tour, like in early '98. I think they were opening for the Promise Ring. They played in Atlanta. I went down and saw them. I bought a copy of the first record and I got them to sign it. I think they were still a 3-piece at that point, so I have like an autographed copy of the first record. I was like, oh, that was great, guys. Like, and again, they were so much better live than on record. Like, if you get a chance, go seek out some live stuff because they were a force of nature live, like so powerful, and especially the bass and the drums just sounded amazing. Like I probably saw them 4 or 5 times in the 5 or 6 years that they were together, and it was great every time.
Yeah, I think I saw them once, and I want to say it was Denali that opened for them. It was up at Alley Cats up in Richmond.
Yeah, I think I saw that tour.
Yeah, but it was such an insane show, like in a good way. Like it's, you'd think coming from Jawbreaker, you'd be looking at swinging pits and all that stuff. But I mean, it was one of the most pleasant experiences I've ever had.
So you mentioned so I guess I didn't put the math together because I had been started listening to Jawbreaker and then started listening to Jets to Brazil kind of like separately. And I didn't put the math together mostly because kind of like Chris said earlier, first note of the first disc, it feels bright and powerful and big,
raucous,
but not like in the Jawbreaker way where it's like kind of angry, more in like a light way, like if that makes sense. Like it just
it's Jets to Brazil is not a punk band at all,
right?
No.
So I guess that was where the disconnect was for me. Like, where did this band come? And then, I guess I probably could have, and if I was professional, would have looked up the band to at least see who the hell they were. But I hate you guys. I really hate you guys because it seems like every time we do this, like, especially you two, whenever it's you two, it's a band that is so close to my pocket that it hurts to make the cuts. So let's talk about putting the 20 together. Actually, you guys.
Oh, I thought we were doing 15.
Yes, sorry, 15.
So talk. I mean, I can do 20 if you really want.
Well, they only have 3 albums, 36 songs. So the rule is under 40. It's 15. So
yeah.
Talk to me about what it was like putting your 15 together, Chris. You guys both sounded like you had a pretty easy time with it.
Yeah. Well, it's easy and it's not, because it's one of those bands that I feel like a lot of the songs everybody has a connection with in a certain way, whether it's when they got into Jets to Brazil or if it was something where they listened to it at first and didn't dig a certain song, but then kind of found the thread that they needed to just kind of tug at a little bit. But for me, I went through all the albums and I literally did it after applying for a new job. So that's what my focus was today. And then I was like, oh shit, Jets to Brazil. But I've obsessed over this band long enough, like I have with a lot of bands, that I went through it and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to find at least 20 unfuckwithable songs. And I found 25, was able to cut 10 pretty easily after just kind of going through all right, it's like, which one is more painful for me to get rid of? Because there's some that, you listen to and you're just like, God damn, that's a solid song. And then there's more where you're just like, Jesus Christ, man, that one like it hit me right in the brain piece. But yeah, so it's 15 minutes tops. It took longer to write it down than it did to actually decide on them.
All right, well, John, what was your experience like putting your list together?
It was pretty similar. I mean, I started with everything from the first record, and I was like, what can I cut from this? Like that was the hardest part, because I've that's the one that I've listened to more than anything. Perfecting Loneliness, the third one, I haven't spent that much time with. I mean, I was familiar with it, but it's not one that I go back to regularly. It just doesn't really connect as well. It's so sad. And the second one, like I remember when that second album came out, it was like Blake got really into playing piano and keyboards, and it was such a left turn from what the first record was. I mean, there's some great songs on it, but again, it doesn't really hit in the same way that the first one did. So yeah, I started with the first one. I was able to cut a few, and then it was just a matter of going through those next two albums and finding ones that really jumped out at me.
So I'm interested to see which songs shake out here, but I'm pretty much in lockstep. Like that first album, Dear You, that's top of the fucking line.
Orange Rhyming Dictionary.
And that one's really good too.
No,
that's the first one.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dear You is Jawbreaker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to take notes next time.
Yes, okay, I'm sorry. sorry. Yes, Orange Rhyming Dictionary. It is it's top notch. That is top of the line. But I did kind of give you guys a hint about our Jawbreaker episode later in the week, because I may have misspoke, but I didn't. So
yeah, that one may come to blows.
But so Orange Rhyming Dictionary, it was hard to find the cuts. Those were the painful cuts for me, because like I could have made a case for pretty much every song. Now on the second one, Four Cornered Night, again, like I liked it a lot, but like it was a lot easier to find the ones that could hang with Orange Rhyming Dictionary stuff. And then again, the third record, it's good. I liked it just fine, but like when I came back and compared it to the first record, it's like, okay, well, like the really good stuff that's going to get them somebody into the band, it's all in that first record. So I was able to find stuff out. It came out a lot more even than what I'm explaining right now, but I easily could have pulled all of that entire first record. And so it feels like it's just going to be which songs are which here. We'll see. With that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed, and we've each listened to the 3 albums and plucked out 15 songs that we're now going to mash against each other in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you for Jets to Brazil, in case, like me, you've never heard this name before. And again, I had no idea this band existed a week ago, and I have a feeling I'm going to be listening to them a lot from here on out. So I'm going to start here, and if it's not track 1, it is very close to it. Crown of the Valley.
That is track 1. And I definitely have that one.
Yeah.
That was one of the cuts. It was tough, but
Wow.
I do not have that one.
Okay. But, I mean, you get the sense of what we're about to do here, like, immediately. When you hear those first notes, it's like, ooh, I like that guitar sound. And I just get this bright, this very British feeling. I dig it, and whenever you can nail a song 1, you've got me. So, all right, well, it goes to the conversation. So let me make a copy of that, and we will move over to Chris.
I will go, because that was my number 1 on there. And again, I just went, I didn't exactly try to place these in any order. But I'm going to go off the same record with Morning New Disease.
Yep. Hey.
Yeah. I mean, and there's so many like amazing parts and transitions in that song. And that's one thing Jets to Brazil always did really well, was when they have kind of a raucous sound, they'll do kind of like a reset. And this isn't what they're doing, but it feels like, when you're listening to a song and they just do a key change like towards the end of it and everything like pushes up a level.
Mm-hmm.
Crown of the Valley had that towards the end of the first song, but Morning New Disease did just when he, I'm dreaming of a life and it's not the life that's mine, stolen car, Jersey line, blah, blah, blah. But that reset right there is one of the things that when I heard it, I was like, Jesus Christ, I just pictured like putting on some cop shades and driving over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel and, going to live amongst the people on Route 13. Sorry, that's a local joke. It's all ham, peanuts, and fireworks.
Yes, the boonies. The boonies. All right, well, we got one in. All right, let's move on over to John.
All right, I'm gonna stay off the first record since you guys did two off of them. I'm gonna say let's go to the second record and go Little Light.
Yes.
That was one of my cuts.
I got it, though. I got it.
Okay.
That moves into the combo. And let me make a copy of that. Like I said, the second record, I ended up with 5, I think, from. So I've got a couple there. Let me combo.
I think I only have 3 off that second record. No, 2. Wait, I'm not allowed to talk.
Well, I won't say. I'll keep some mystery to it. I won't say how many I have.
All right. Let me go. I think that's where I got messed up. You know what? Let me take a swing and a miss here, because I think that Perfecting Loneliness, we're gonna have trouble finding each other. So I'm gonna take a swing at it. The Frequency.
I got it.
Oh,
I do not.
okay. It goes to the combo. I thought.
And that was the record where I discovered how amazing it was to listen to vinyl while on acid. I mean, just laying on my couch and like feeling like I could pick out each individual guitar layer, and then like putting the song back on and listening to just that layer.
Yeah. I haven't tried it, but yeah, that sounds fun though. All right, Chris?
Let me see. I am going to go with a Four Cornered Night song, and I'm going to go with In the Summer Is When You Really Know.
Nope.
No, a little too sappy
Oh,
for
man.
me on that one, but it is a good song.
And it's Jets to Brazil's kind of weird in that, like, there's 2 songs by them that I would absolutely use as first song at a wedding kind of songs. Only one of them appears on the list, but like both of them are that good or bad. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
if we had 20, it probably would have been on there.
Yeah, I think my first pass had 19, and I think that one was on it. All right, John.
All right, let's go back to the first record and go Lemon Yellow Black.
Yep.
got that one too.
Hey. All right.
I really dug in that song where, towards the end, he's describing all the people in his band. I was like, that's fucking clever.
I wish I would have taken more notes on like lyrics and stuff, because I feel like that was a note that I had. Was like, oh, is he talking about the band members? Okay. All right. I think this is what threw me off on album names earlier. Going to Four Cornered Night, or at least according to Trello, Orange Rhyming Dictionary.
I did not have that one.
No.
Oh, in the trash it goes. Okay. All right, Chris.
Let me go to Perfecting Loneliness, and I'm gonna get You're the One I Want.
Nope.
I do have that one.
Hey.
Yay!
Into the combo it goes. All right, John.
All right. How about the longest song title? Your X-rays have just come back from the lab, and we think we know what the problem is.
That was one of the 19, but it didn't make it.
I think that one was actually my last cut, but yeah, amazing song. Hey, can you guys give me 30 seconds? I have to go get my rash cream. I'll be right back, swear to God.
Note to self. Remember to get rash cream and bring to podcast. Note to self.
Can we do a little advertisement for rash cream real quick?
What is the name of the rash cream, I wonder?
All right, I'm back.
I was going to say you could do a 30-second spot for your pod, John, but...
Oh, you sell rash cream?
No, we could, though. Is there money in it?
I mean, if you're as dumb as I am when
If
you're
you're
doing
buying.
artwork.
Note to self.
Yeah, I got poison ivy on like both my arms and
Ooh, yeah.
a little bit on my face.
Note to self, get giant ass wart cream for the giant wart on my ass. All right, so you're the one I
You know
want.
what's weird? Like I got like a smart ass comment from my old roommate Gerard when I was telling him about this today, because he's a nurse, and I was just like, "Hey, give me some advice on what I should use," and he was like, "Wait, is it on your dick?" And immediately I just went, "No." And he didn't get it, so I had to send him the dirty work clip
Yes,
afterwards.
like you got to watch this to get that. I know why women find Sean Connery attractive. All right, John, were we moving over to you, or was you're the
I
one?
think I just did your X-rays.
Oh,
so-
that's right. That's right. That's you.
Like you, Justin.
All right, back to me. Let me see if I can get back on the board here. Resistance is futile.
I don't have that one.
Nope, that was number 16.
Oh, okay. All right, Chris.
All right. I think this is one that you guys might have cut, but yeah. Weirdly, the song that was written about the movie Ordinary People, Conrad.
Nope.
I've got it.
All right, sweet.
There it is. I see it. All right, so into the conversation it goes. All right, that gives us 7. And John, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna do the always dangerous thing of playing my favorite song, and let's go see Anemone.
Oh no, that one, yeah, that was one of the tough cuts.
Save me, Justin.
Oh, nope, I don't have it. Nope.
Oh, you guys, come on! That
You know,
song
that's-
is unbelievably amazing.
That's the song whenever I'm redoing my guitar sounds down in the studio, like that's what I play to get my clean sound.
But that being said, he didn't have it.
No, I didn't.
no.
I didn't. I mean,
It's
I
not,
don't.
it's not a help. You're not making me feel any better.
Well, I mean, I don't listen to my own songs, so it's fine. I'm aiming high, goddammit.
All right. Let's see. Let me see if we can get moving back in the same direction. here.
Hopefully, we can get some NTP. Let's get some misses going.
It's been a long time since NTP happened. How about Milk and Apples?
I don't have that one.
Nope.
Uh-oh. Starting to sweat here. All right, Chris?
All right, I'm gonna do a safe one. Off of Orange Rhyming Dictionary, King Medicine.
Nope.
What?
Yes, I have that one.
That was actually the one answer we got from listeners, too. So I was wrong on that, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
See, I've got your back, Chris. You got to have mine. Come on
I
now.
got yours. I'll lie. I don't give a fuck.
All right, so it goes into the conversation.
I've saved a couple of yours.
All right. That brings us to John.
All right, let's go back to Four Cornered Night. Let's go air traffic control.
Oh, God. Nope.
No, I don't have that one either.
I think that was, if it wasn't song 20, it was song 19. It's basically what I'm saying is if we would have had 20, it would have been in. All right. Where do I want to go? I'll go back to Perfecting Loneliness. How about Lucky Charm?
I do not have that one.
Nope.
That one felt on the soft side. I thought I'd bring in something a little softer. All right. Chris.
All right, I'm gonna try to get a strikeout because I don't see why anybody else but me would. I feel like this would be an easy cut even for people who were, Orange Rhyming Dictionary heavy. Even though that the opening guitar line sounds like heart-shaped box, I typed for miles.
I got it.
Oh, it's a great song. Yeah, I've got that one.
Oh man, here I was trying to lay down on the altar of, hey guys.
You thought you were bringing something to the table that was like, this one's mine, but
Yeah. It's because I always have a couple of those every time I do one of these. It's like, well, I really like this one, even though a lot of people are just kind of like meh on it. But yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, when it kicks in at the end, it's great.
Oh yeah.
all right, let's see. I think that takes us out of NTP. If
I don't
not,
even know what NTP stands for.
Not yet. I think we need one more,
yeah,
if I'm
yep,
correct.
You're right. We need one more. All right. So, John.
All right. Let's go back to Perfecting Loneliness and go Cat Heaven.
Nope.
No, and that's the one that I would also get married to, but didn't crack the top 15.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, he really went, once he got into keyboards, I feel like Cat Heaven was when he kind of actualized. like even though it was the next record.
Yeah.
All right. I'm down to my last 5 here. So we should be getting near our last couple rounds. How about You're Having the Time of My Life?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. All right, Chris?
Let's see. Let me roll with Perfecting Loneliness, and I'm going to go with William Tell Override.
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
But that is officially all of my first pass songs are gone. Because I think that was the last one I cut, I think.
Do you think we really just don't like this band?
I think we just, I think it's just there's so many good songs that it's hard to find the common ground of which ones are the ones.
Yeah, and I totally understand how a top 15 could be wildly different with this band from one person to another.
All right.
Oh yeah, if we had 20, I think we'd be in a much different position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is why we do it this way.
Yeah.
All right, John?
Let's stick with that third record and go Autumn Walker.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Officially out of it. We need
got you,
one
John.
more, though.
Sorry, Sea Anemone.
All right. All right. Let's copy that one over. I always like to talk about what I'm doing so people don't think I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I'm copying into the other list. All right. How about... Okay, now I feel okay with getting strikes. So let's go to Perfecting Loneliness, and let's go with the title track, Perfecting Loneliness.
I got that one.
Nope.
All right. Goes to the combo. All right, Chris.
Safest pick in the history of the world, Sweet Avenue.
Hold on one sec. I got to look at my list.
I do not have that one. It was another victim of the just too sappy, too
my
sweet.
God.
I love it though, but it just didn't fit in with this.
Which one was it?
Sweet Avenue.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah, how does it feel now?
Yeah.
it feels like a fucking rash. That's how it feels. Speaking of which, if you have a rash, I highly recommend Calogel from Technu.
There we go.
All right, John.
All right, I've got a couple left off of that first record. Let's go Chinatown.
Nope.
I got that one.
All right. Into the combo. All right. And I'm guessing I at least match with John on one of mine because I've got one left from that album. And conversation. Starry Configurations.
I do not have that one.
Yep, that's the one.
All right. We've officially cleared that album out. All right. Which I don't think it's a first, but all right. Chris.
I have Empty Picture Frame off of Four Cornered Night.
Nope.
Nope.
Damn.
All right. And John?
My last one is One Summer Last Fall.
Yep. I got it.
I don't.
All right. Into the convo. And that brings me to my last pick. I really need like a shortcut button so I don't have to keep mouse clicking these into the conversation. Disgrace is my last one.
I do not have that one.
I'm out. Nope.
All right. And you can just clear out whatever you got left, Chris.
I think that was all of them.
Oh, all right. All right. So, that being said, the unanimous decisions: Morning New Disease, Lemon Yellow Black, I can speak. I Typed for Miles. And we have 11 in the conversation that we need to trim down to 7. We pretty much have the entirety of the first record.
True.
1, 2, 3. Only 3 misses off of that first record, just for conversation pieces. So we need 7 of these: Crown of the Valley, Little Light, The Frequency, You're the One I Want, Perfecting Loneliness, Autumn Walker, Conrad, King Medicine, One Summer Last Fall, Chinatown, and Starry Configurations. So right off the bat, is there anything you're hearing that's like, okay, it's gotten this far, but it's good, or anything it's like, no, that has to be in?
Oh man, I really should have written all this shit down. Huh? I mean, I see that you shared your screen, which nice screensaver, by the way. I didn't know that a man could go full Buffalo.
Yeah, man.
But I would say this. I think that Chinatown is just insanely good. I think it should be in there.
I agree.
King Medicine, another one, and Crown of the Valley, which I know that's definitely first album heavy, but I think all three of us are in agreement that the first album was the one that struck like the biggest chord with all of us. Am I wrong?
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah.
So Chinatown and King Medicine, you guys both had that. I was the one odd man out.
Yeah, I think those two are definite in.
All right, so that gives us 5. And Chris put up Crown of the Valley. Do you have anything left here that it's like you have to have, John?
Well, I think we need to have some of the keyboard stuff. So I would say Little Light probably needs to be represented.
I mean,
as kind of an example of that different sound that they went into on that second record.
I had it, so like I have no problem.
I'd be fine with that.
All right. So let's pop Little Light on over there. So that gives us 6. All right. So how are we feeling about losing Conrad and Starry at this point?
Ooh, Conrad, I don't know. It's so good. And lyrically and musically, I'd have a hard time losing that one at this point. Maybe later, but I wouldn't get rid of it right now.
All right. So I guess then the bigger question is, how important is album representation here? Like, do we want something from Perfecting Loneliness, or is it one song going to do it? Or because we have 4 left from that album.
Well, I would say let's look at so we've got 4, it looks like, from that record in the conversation. So let's break it up. So it looks like we've got 2 of the more like rock ones, like The Frequency and You're the One I Want.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got 2 of the more of like the slower, sadder ones, like Autumn Walker and Perfecting Loneliness. So let's pick one out of each of those 2 groups, maybe.
Okay. I think I had one of each. I had The Frequency and I had Perfecting Loneliness.
Right.
Yeah, mine was reversed. I have Autumn Walker and You're the One I Want.
Yeah, I think, it's Perfecting Loneliness is that song, even though you're right, it's kind of a slower song for when it through and kind of sad, but it still kind of kept some of the rock inside of it. Had really cool like guitar tones, and especially towards the end when it got all sparkly. But Autumn Walker kind of starts off sparkly. Man, yeah.
So I go to like lyrics. Like he's such a good lyricist, and it's even going back to Jawbreaker too. We'll get into that when we do that episode, but at finding these little couplets and little rhymes that just like knock you out, man. And I go to the lyrics. I think Autumn Walker is probably lyrically stronger than Perfecting Loneliness.
Yeah, that I would agree with.
Okay, if we want to go lyric, then I'm with it. I'm not particularly married to. I feel like we've already got a really solid list, so I'm not particularly married to anything that's left. So I was the holdout on Autumn Walker. Let's put that one through. That gives us 7. So we'll drop Perfecting Loneliness. So now we've got The Frequency versus The One That I Want, or You're the One I Want, rather.
I'm okay with either one of those. They're kind of similar. I mean, I'll defer to Chris which one he likes better on that one.
Man, those are 2 of my favorite songs off that album. Here's what I would say. The opening of The Frequency is one of the best openings I've ever heard in one of those kind of like late 90s, early 2000s, kind of emo resurgence. Well, not resurgence. I guess the emo surgence bands. But You're the One I Want. I mean, that's another one of the ones where it kind of feels like it takes a step up towards the end of it. They did really cool work with, vocal effects, where you sing through a distorted amp, and then when they suck all the air out of it and the vocals get like right in front of your face from the pre-chorus to the regular chorus. I would go with You're the One I Want. And I'm in love with both of those songs. So you can also just swat me away, and I'd be like, yeah, I get it.
Well, what about Justin? You're the new ear to this. Which one
Yeah.
did you like?
Well, I mean, if we're going on just list, like the frequency grabbed me. You're the one I want didn't. And
That's valid.
but I don't
Sure.
listening to them just now, like, I had it low underneath you, but like it feels coin flip. So like, I don't know, but if we're going on just frequency grabbed me on my first pass through. So
I think that's
fair.
a valid way to look at it.
That's good enough for me.
all right, so let's go frequency then. All right, so now it's going to get hairy because we have what, 8? Let me make sure. Yeah, 8. So we need 2 more from these 4: Crown of the Valley, Conrad, Starry Configurations, One Summer Last Fall. So the album representation comes back in the conversation, because if we don't think it's important, we can lose One Summer Last Fall right here. If we do think it's important, or that it is one of the 2 songs that should get in, then how do we?
I mean, looking at that, I'm going to have a hard time not going with Conrad and Crown of the Valley.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same exact thing.
All right.
Did we just solve it?
Possibly. I mean, because again, I fell in love with the band when I heard Crown of the Valley. Like, I immediately knew what I was getting into. So, like, Crown of the Valley, like, of the songs that were left, would have been the one that I probably would have put up a fight for. Conrad wasn't on my radar, but I think anything that got cut off that first record was just because I had so much from that first record. So
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of those really good lyrics in it too. The songwriting is just so strong.
So
have you guys ever seen the movie Ordinary People?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. It doesn't sound
It's
familiar.
it's weird. I believe it was Robert Redford that produced it and directed it. Kind of, I was taking an abnormal psychology class in college, and the teacher that I was sleeping with showed us showed us that movie as an example of somebody with a major depressive disorder. And back then it was the DSM-3. I think it was before the DSM-4 had come out. But it was like a perfect kind of, front to end explanation of what a major depressive episode looks like. And it's a guy that's obviously suicidal, meets another suicidal girl, falls in love. But some of the lines out of that song, like Double Edged and Super Blue, that was one of the lines that was in the movie about how he was explaining how he would like off himself with something, which made a lot of sense that, Blake would write something like that, because he's not exactly known for the happiest of lyrics.
Well, gents, we have done it. We have 10. Morning New Disease, Lemon Yellow Black. Why do I keep wanting to say back? I can't read. I typed for miles. King Medicine, Chinatown, Little Light, Autumn Walker, The Frequency, Conrad, and Crown of the Valley. Yes, that is a lot from the first album. We are right about this. Trust us. All right, let's put your feet to the fire, Chris. What's the one?
Fuck. Oh, goddamn. You know something? I'm going to go with King Medicine. Because Crown of the Valley, you're right, grabs from the immediacy of it. King Medicine, with that just like dissonant guitar sound in the intro, all the way through like the kind of crescendo in the bridge. It's one of the most well-crafted songs I've ever heard in my life.
And John, what are you thinking?
And I listen to Hall & Oates.
Hey.
I'm thinking Morning New Disease.
Ooh, okay, so we have some contention here. I mean, I've already kind of made my case for Crown of the Valley. Let me oops, wrong song.
I mean, the way the bass and the drums come in on Morning New Disease, it's got that little bit of a bouncy feel to it, and it was one of their best live songs.
Yeah, I will say this. I was in the studio one time, and one of the engineers described a bass riff and a drummer off this one record he was playing us as dick tight. And that is a dick tight rhythm section on Morning New Disease.
Yeah. All right, let's see what. Shoot. this never helps. Why do I do this to myself? Because I can hear both of your cases here. So, do I want to show off rockin', like right in your face rockin' with Morning New Disease, or the less conventional, bigger feel of King Medicine?
I mean, you can also pick your own. You know,
Yeah.
You don't always have to bite our nuts.
Yeah, but the thing is, if then I have to like really try and make a case, and my case is I like the song.
Yeah, that's a good point. But that's also a valid fucking case. Isn't the whole point of the game to introduce people?
Yeah. But so I mean, again, Crown of the Valley, it starts off and you know what you're getting into. Like I don't have any other way to describe it. Like even though there's different song or different sounds throughout, it just this is what I'm getting into. Okay, I'm ready. And then it just makes everything else an easy listen. I don't know that I could make any bigger case for it. But I mean, those are all three very valid picks, and it feels like nobody's moving. So,
how about we all set our three, and now we all have to agree on one that isn't comprised of one of those three?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So, what would be one that isn't one of those three then?
I would probably go with Conrad. That was quick. I totally stepped all over you.
See,
Justin.
we're right back because I'm going to go lemon, yellow, black.
Oh God, this never helps. This never helps. This never fucking helps. Why do we do it? Oh God, how about just listen to the first record? Like, that'll give you an idea of what you're getting into. Like all of these, all of these I could make a case for. God damn it. I hate you guys. So much. There isn't an agreement here. Nobody's moving anywhere. So what do we want to portray here? What's catchiest? Like what is going to grab somebody's ear? I think that's what we need to go for here. Of the songs that we've put out there, what's the one that's going to grab somebody's ear? So,
see, then we go back to the top three that we all just listed with Crown of the Valley, Morning New Disease, and King Medicine.
Yeah.
But if it's like the initial grab, I think it would have to be between Crown of the Valley and Morning New Disease.
And lemon, yellow, black.
I don't know about that one. It starts off cool, but like if I was listening to a band for the first time and I just heard like a bow, 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 I'm like, that's probably gonna pay off in like a minute. But with the other stuff, I'm just kind of like right out of the gate, I'm just like, ooh.
So that's what Morning New Disease has going for it. Even though like Crown of the Valley, like it pulls me in like immediately with this. It still takes a second to set up before like they really kind of grab you. Whereas with Morning New Disease, it's kind of like right there. So they give you 4 or 5 seconds and then it's like, oh, okay, here we are.
Damn.
Right? I don't know. Like if that's what we're going with, I think I have to back Morning New Disease.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's do that one.
All right, let's go. Because
plus, you owe me for not picking Sea Anemone.
Yeah.
I think Morning New Disease just kind of grabs you faster. Even though, like I said, Crown of the Valley made me love the band. All right, here we go. Here's our 10. Morning New Disease is our number 1. King Medicine, Crown of the Valley, Conrad, Lemon Yellow Black. Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Hey, Black Lives Matter, Justin.
They do. Like, I don't understand what is going on here. The word matters too. I typed for Miles, Chinatown, Little Light, Autumn Walker, The Frequency. And yes, again, I repeat, we have a good portion almost all of the first record, we are not wrong in this. Listen to the first record. Listen to the Morning New Disease, then listen to the entirety of the first record. We are completely
Listen to it on
correct.
vinyl.
I really want to, actually. I like the sounds here. So,
For a while, these things were going for like $80 a pop on eBay because they were out of print. But then J-Tree came back and started doing reissues of a bunch of these. I have one of the originals for Perfecting Loneliness, but I still need to get the...
I've got all the originals uncolored.
Oof.
And then, like I said, the first one is autographed.
Nice.
well, gents, we've done it. And I feel good about it. And I'm actually going to talk to you guys again in like 2 days, like literally. Yes, today's Sunday. So on Tuesday,
So if
we're
you
gonna
thought
do it
this
again.
one was bad,
Yeah, it's Jawbreaker, man. That'll get some divisiveness going on, because even though I'm just like, hey, I can see how people could do that. If somebody's like, Ashtray Monument doesn't matter, I'm like, you need to go fuck yourself.
Oh, tipping your hand a little bit. Okay.
I literally just picked that song out of wherever. There's a bunch of songs that I'll do that for.
Okay.
same.
But yeah, we will be back in literally 2 days. To you, it'll be 2 weeks to talk about Jawbreaker. So we'll get into, I think there's still like a good 3 or 4 bands that are U2 out there.
Yeah.
So
And not the band U2.
no, we've already done the first part of U2, and then second part is just kind of hanging there. I don't know if we'll get to it eventually. I'm kidding. How dare you, sir? Bono is hurt by you right now.
Well, I mean, look, I never forced my record onto somebody's fucking phone.
It's
Good
true.
point.
It's true. That's very true.
It's only because I don't have the technology.
If I did, I would.
Maybe when I finish this solo record, I'm just gonna start like sending it in text messages to people, like one song at a time,
Here you go.
random numbers.
Listen to this. All right. Well, with that being said, Jets to Brazil. Learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Bye.